Hi, I'm April Marsh and I'm a previous learner here at Jet Hairdressing Academy, and today I'm taking you through a plaiting tutorial.
April starts by taking an inch deep profile parting all the way down to the nape of the neck. With any type of cornrow or braiding, sectioning and precision is everything. Make sure you take the time to perfect your sectioning before you start plaiting. In terms of prepping the hair before you begin your braiding, we don't want it freshly washed. This will cause it to be a little bit too silky. For ultimate results, you could prepare the hair by using mousse the day before and allowing a little bit of hairspray to coat the surface of the hair before you begin sectioning. Another popular technique is to apply gel to the outside of your hand and keep applying it as and when you take a new section. This will ensure your work is nice and neat. April ensures all additional sections are twisted out of the way and secured using a slide clip. This is what you want to achieve for your first section. Take time to notice the positioning of April and the head block. The head is positioned back so April has a clear view of her starting braid. To get as close to the root as possible, the sections that we are using are millimetres. They are tiny. The bigger the braid, the bigger the result you're going to get, and not as much precision. Today we're focusing on cornrowing, so get those sections nice and small. Let's have a look at a close-up. April is doing Dutch braiding, which means the braid sits on top of the hair rather than underneath. We will explain this later on during the video. Try around with different methods and see what works for you. It could be that you use your nails, it may be that you want to use a pintail comb instead. But notice the sections are straight across and not diagonal. They're really tight to the scalp. Always check your tension throughout the braid. We want to ensure that it doesn't loosen or falter anywhere. Let's speed things up. April continues all the way down to the nape of the neck. As you approach towards the bottom, your head angle will need to change. It's likely that you'll need to push the client's head forward so you can see the nape a lot better. Practicing precision braiding or cornrows is very good for dexterity in your fingers. This will allow you to become more flexible with your work. It's worth noting, being able to practice and perfect your box braiding or your cornrows is really good for other areas of hairdressing. There are varying methods of hair extensions that use the cornrow or braiding method. Why not check out our seminars for this? The braid is secured using a small elastic hair tie. Here's another viewpoint of that central profile braid. To work on the next section, April takes a diagonal backwards parting. Again, precision is everything. Take the time to perfect those lines. The section is combed out of the way and clipped onto the other side of the hair. This allows April to begin on the perimeter section. Let's take another close-up at the size of the sections required. The size of the sections that you take will determine the amount of drag that you have from the root area. This technique takes lots of practice, so don't be disheartened if it falls or loosens in the first go. Keep going. Okay, let's speed things up again. April works all the way down the perimeter of the hairline. Don't forget to use your elastic hairband nice and tight. We're moving on to the final section on this side of the head. Continue the same technique that's been applied all the way through. It's close-up time, let's have another look. This section is the widest one that you're going to be working on both sides. So take extra care to keep your braid central. Don't forget to adjust that head placement. We need it tight to the scalp. Push that head down when working towards the nape of the neck. This will prevent any root drag or sagginess working towards the bottom of the scalp. April now works with the braids to ensure that they're even by fluffing out any areas where may need adjusting. Because effective tension has been used throughout, the pulling that April is doing will not move those braids. Once you're happy, it's time to start on the other side. Sectioning the exact same pattern, making sure that you're checking for symmetry. Use your mirror for this and go all the way around the hairline to check. Let's speed things up.
We're not, no.
Again, when finished, April uses her fingers to manipulate the braids for evenness. That's our look done. Let's recap over the technique. take 3 strands of equal hair. Pull the left hand side directly under the 3 strands and into the centre. Continue on the right hand side, adding in additional hair as you go. Continue with this technique all the way down the hair. Notice that the bulk of the plait is sitting on top of the strands. This is Dutch braiding. If you wanted to do French plaits, the hair would be directed over the top. Let's recap now by having a look at April's tips and tricks. Use a pintail comb or the tip of your comb to take your sections and keep them clean. Spray the hair lightly with hairspray before braiding to prevent flyaways. Taking smaller sections of hair will help to create a tighter, more packed in braid. Be creative with sectioning patterns and the size of the braids. Feel free to move the position of your model or client's head to help with the directioning and sectioning. Keep the tension in your hands from start to finish to make sure the hair doesn't slip. For a softer or more pulled out braid, use larger sections of hair. Also, be sure to relax on the tension and grip that you use. A back combing or styling bristle brush is the perfect tool to perfect your braids. Lightly spraying the tool with hairspray or shine spray will help to smoothen your sections and hair into the finished braid. Use a small band to fasten all the looks. Clear bands are perfect for disguising and hiding the bands if you need to. Thank you for joining us today, and make sure that you upload your attempts onto Instagram using the hashtag JetVirtual.